The Relatives Came by Cynthia Rylant. And look at here, there's a big medal on this book because Stephen Gammell, the illustrator, the book got a championship because it was such good artwork. So look at the pictures, girls, and see if you think they're really good. The relatives came. That would be like when Uma and Papa come visit your house. I know, we move in our bedroom. It was in the summer of the year when the relatives came. They came up from Virginia. They left when their grapes were nearly purple enough to pick, but not quite. There's the house, and there's the relatives. Oh, look at all those suitcases. They had an old station wagon that smelled like a real car, and in it they put an ice chest full of soda pop, some boxes of crackers, some bologna sandwiches, and up they came from Virginia. They left at 4 in the morning when it was still dark, even before the birds were awake. Uh-oh, they hit the mailbox. They drove all day long and into the night, and while they traveled along, they looked at strange houses and different mountains, and they thought about their almost purple grapes back home. They thought about Virginia, but they thought about us too, waiting for them. And look at the houses up on the hills. And look at the road goes through the mountains and goes up high and around. I get excited when I know I have relatives coming, especially if their names are Esme, Addie, and Maya. So they drank up all their pop and ate up all their crackers and traveled up all those miles until they finally pulled in our yard. Oh, they hit the fence. Look there's the swing and they're all happy. Then it was hugging time. Talk about hugging. Those relatives just passed us all around their car, pulling us against their wrinkled Virginia clothes. They even cried sometimes. They hugged us for hours. Oh, look at hug, hug, hug. Hug, hug, hug. Oh my. Everybody's hugging. I love hugs. Then it was into the house, and so much laughing and shining faces and hugging in the doorways, you'd have to go through at least 4 hugs to get from the kitchen to the front room. Look at all those hugs. Everybody's happy to see each other. That's so wonderful. And finally, after a big supper, 2 or 3 times around, until we all got a turn at the table, there was quiet talk, and we were in 2 and 3s in the house. Oh my gosh, look he's dropping his food on the baby's head. He needs to pull his shirt down. Oh, she's feeding the dog. Here's the table with all the food. Oh, look at that baby with his diaper. He's dropping all the food over there. I like the pictures. The relatives weren't particular about beds, which was good because there weren't any extras. So a few squeezed in with us, and the rest slept on the floor, some with their arms thrown over the closest person, or some with an arm across one person and a leg across the other. It was different going to sleep with all that breathing in the house. Oh my gosh, look at that. Looks like Grandma and Grandpa and the 2 kids in the middle, Uma and Papa. Look at the floor. It's covered with kids and people. And the dog. Do you find the guy with the polka dot underwear? And I see a belly button. Do you? And a moon. The relatives stayed for weeks and weeks. They helped us tend the garden and they fixed any broken things they could find. Oh, somebody's getting a haircut. Look at them work. See that? Oh, and they're playing in big boxes. And they're fixing a truck. Looks like lots of fun. They ate up all our strawberries and all our melons. Then they promised we could eat up all their grapes and peaches when we came to Virginia. They're fixing the fence. Watermelon, yum, 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 yum. Music. You girls could play your ukuleles, couldn't you? But none of us thought about Virginia much. We were so busy hugging and eating and breathing together. And they're taking pictures. Oh, the dog's eating the food. Finally, after a long time, the relatives loaded up their ice chest and headed back to Virginia at 4 in the morning. We stood there in our pajamas and waved them off in the dark. We watched the relatives disappear down the road, and then we crawled back into our beds that felt too big and too quiet. We fell asleep. There goes the car. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Come again. I miss you. And the relatives drove on all day long and into the night. And while they traveled along, they looked at the strange houses and different mountains. And they thought about their dark purple grapes waiting at home in Virginia. But they thought about us too, missing them, and they missed us. That's like Uma and Papa. When we don't see you for a long time, we miss you so much. Our hearts ache. They do. And when they were finally home in Virginia, they crawled into their silent, soft beds and dreamed about next summer. Look at the long road. And I see purple grapes. Look at here, purple grapes. And there's the purple grapes. The end. I love when you come see me or when I get to come to see you. I love you girls. Bye-bye.